Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game, and today I'll look back at Wave 12's I.R.W. Haakona. This is a Dideridix, and it's a Dideridix without a tech slot, so that right there kind of kills it. But a 3-2-6-4, it's okay. 2 weapon slots means you can put on some fun Dideridix weapons. It needs to be better. Honestly, what Dideridix needs more than anything is a Dideridix Advance, like Decipher did in the CCG, representing the advancements made in the DS9 era. The Dideridix is kind of like the Excelsior class, not quite as long-lived, but for it to span the whole run from next gen through DS9, and on, truly, up until we see the Valdor class in Nemesis. The Dideridix was the Romulan ship. It had to get better. It had to improve its weapon systems. But yeah, the Haakona, when attacking with your primary weapon while cloaked, gain an extra attack die for every other Romulan ship in your fleet, max of +4. This is already lost out to rule of 3, which just kind of stinks. But yeah. So ultimately, in swarms, you're getting up to 6, but still, the Haakona used to be one of the best Romulan Dideridixes. Now, I can't justify it. No tech slot means no Romulan cloaking device, no interface generator, several things. Yes, I know this could be the ship you put to rule on to bypass the tech slot requirement, and you probably have to make this truly playable. But that's still more than I want to get. And unless you're going to play in a fun game, you're losing out on the weapons, the big boosts that you really need. So, yeah, for my money, the Haakona not winning any major prizes here. Terrace is okay. When attacking with your primary weapon during the declare target step, you can discard a crew to target a ship that's not in your forward firing arc. Now, it is primary weapon only, but Terrace works decently with the Haakona. Again, mission play, I think this is fine. My biggest issue with Terrace is very expensive. And so by already investing 4 points in a captain and only getting skill 5 out of it, I feel like you're running into issues. You're going to run into too many point issues. Now, a ship like the Haakona has 3 crew slots. You can bring in something like a Romulan spy, and then the really cheap 1-point Romulan crew like Pardic. I forget the rest of their names because they're that memorable. But yeah, Terrace can work. I think Terrace is a fine captain. I don't find anything super amazing, but I don't dislike, and I don't think anything too much needs to change other than knocking a point off. Mendak, on the other hand, is, I guess, okay. Skill 6, 4 points, talent. Target a friendly ship range 1 to 2, including your own, that has no battle station tokens. Place a battle station target. Can only buy for a Romulan ship. Okay, great. So you're getting battle station actions. I wish it did something more, a la the Reklar, the Cardassian Galler class, to give a like an extra defense die. And I know the Reklar sitting up here. It's a few reviews away, but that idea says that if you're going to spend the points to have an upgrade, that more should be done than just getting the upgrade. Now, I understand Mendak can go on a support ship, a science vessel, a scout vessel. And you can spend that ship's action to enhance a better ship. So that maybe is your trade-off, and if that's how you're going to run it, great. I can see that working well. But it's still a choice. It's an investment. And is that the best use of your points? I don't know. But it can work. And then we get Centurion as a 2 skill captain. I feel like Centurion should have been non-unique. We started to get some non-unique captains. Alpha Hunter brought some, but yeah, this one feels weird that it's unique. But skill 2 for a point. When attacking, can re-roll one of your battle station results. It's a point. Do you really care? If anything, I might have liked this. Well, I not might have. I would have definitely liked this a lot better as a blanker battle station, because there's a lot of times you're just going to roll blanks rather than battle stations. Um, but yeah, that, or just give me a straight up conversion. I don't know. Again, it's a 1 point card. Do I care? I guess I'm taking this to jump up in the skill level just a hair, and use that last point in some meaningful way. Mendak is also an admiral, and I found Mendak okay when I did my rankum of admirals. I don't love him. I don't hate him. I think he's very middling. I think Shinzon does it better. And Mendak's biggest claim to fame is he gives the +2 skill boost, which is worth something to Romulans, right? That's a big boost, and Romulans need all the skill boosts they can get. Mendak as a captain is still fine, but the fact that you can put Admiral Mendak on a good ship, giving a good captain a skill boost, and then you can have a support vessel trigger the admiral, I think is worth a lot more than putting a decent captain on a support vessel that you might not actually care about. Make Them See Us is a 5-point talent, and this one feels like it should have been on the scimitar, but yeah, a lot of text here. While cloaked, during activation, before you reveal your dial, you can discard this card, target a ship that you already have target locked, remove the target lock, and then if you bump or your move went through the ship, you inflict an amount of damage equal to the current speed on your maneuver dial, max of 4. And then the ship who has a higher captain rolls defense dice against the damage, equal to the difference in your captain skill numbers. This is a card I want to play it. I want to find a way to make this work. And all those cards that are like adjust your maneuvers, keep the speed the same but change the facing, stuff like that. That's where cards like this come into play. I don't know that I care. First off, I feel like this is such a niche idea, but I think it could be cool. This is an interesting way to get through cloaked ships, and I don't know that was ever the intention. And I feel like this is much more of a Klingon talent than a Romulan talent, just thematically. But I do find it intriguing. It's one of those cards that's on my list of cards I want to make work because I think it would be cool if I ever pulled it off. I just haven't been able to do it yet. Plasma torpedoes, these ones are still bad by modern standards. They're spin target lock, disable, 5 points. You get to reroll all your blanks one time. So with Centurion, they're less bad because you get battle station reroll as well. That just helps with your quality. That might be the only way I'd play these. I still want to play the time token version more than the disabled. They're cheaper, they're better, but yeah, it's dice, yes, but it's points. So that's the trade-off. Disruptor Pulse is only 3 dice, but you get to target every enemy ship that's in your forward firing arc and within range 1 to 2. This is one of those cards, if you can figure out the ways to put a weapon slot on the scout vessel or the science vessel, this one gets fun fast. It makes me want a Romulan ship with a 180 arc. It doesn't exist. It probably never will. But if it ever did, this would be a really cool card on it. And then Disruptor Beams are kind of like Quantum Torpedoes, the original version, just for Romulans. But you get to roll damage, based on the damage you inflict, you roll dice, and as long as you roll a hit, you add an extra damage. Which again, I don't know that I like that. I like the guaranteed extra damage. Why should I have to roll for it? This feels unnecessarily painful and likely to cause issues. Romulan Sub-Lieutenant is a 4-point crew. Action, discard this card to target a ship at range 1 to 2. If the target ship has a hull value of 6 or greater, so the biggins, that ship has to disable 2 of its active shields if possible. Otherwise, that ship must disable 1 of its active shields. And you only buy this for a Romulan ship. Do I care? I guess as part of like some weird shield disable shenanigan fleet, maybe. But it's an action and it's one time, and boy, I better be finding some way to end your fleet if I'm running Romulan Sub-Lieutenant. And I think it's just too action intensive to make actually work. Romulan Helmsman, on the other hand, for 2 points, during activation phase, if you reveal a red maneuver, you may disable this card to treat that maneuver as if it was white. No ship may have more than one. Being able to do a red come bout and still get an action, or a reverse and still get an action, very potent, very powerful, can come in handy, and is a card that should not be overlooked. So Romulan Helmsman, definitely worth it. Romulan Security Officer, nice idea, bad execution. For each Romulan Security Officer equipped to your ship, including this one, your captain skills +1 to a max of +3. When defending, you may disable this card to reroll one of your blanks. How about just when defending, you may reroll one of your blanks? Just let it happen. I'm paying 2 points for a card that virtually does nothing, and I'm not going to disable to lose my bonus. This one, if nothing else, needs a rewrite so that it's for each Romulan Security Officer equipped to your ship. Your captain skills at +1, period, even if disabled. That would be helpful a little bit. And then if you wanted to limit this, put a time token on it. But even then, I'd rather see something more inventive, like for 2 time tokens, convert a blank to an evade, that sort of thing. That way focus fire will take the ship out, but a single shot every round would not. I suppose you could make it, I don't know. There's ways to make it. Maybe it's got to be 3 time tokens with that, and that makes it a little more fair. So, anyways, overall, the Haakona is, I feel like it's a ship that's trended down. Romulans have gotten better stuff, right? They've gotten better weapons. They've gotten some better crew. They've gotten better captains. I still think Terrace is fine. But the rest of them just feel okay. Nothing here is inspiring to me. Nothing here jumps out and says, "You must play me. I am the key to victory." No, it doesn't do that. And without cards like that, I just don't know. I used to say that the Haakona was one of the best retail packs you could get. And I stand by that, because at the time it was one of the best retail packs you could get. Now, nah. I feel like it has not held up over time, which is the purpose of these re-reviews, right? We have found some really good things that have gotten better, and we've found some things that haven't gotten better. Uh, I do think Mendak is still one of the pieces that holds up, but the rest, no, not not worth the include right now. So, anyway, sorry to end on that. I gotta be honest. I gotta be real with y'all. So, thank y'all for watching. Until next time, keep brushing up your game. Take care.